Okay, my name is Miriam Leah Gamliel, and I live in Montreal. And I, 15 years ago, was the start of a journey and the end of a journey, the end of a period where I was not involved in the arts in Orthodoxy because I felt that there was no outlet for me once I became religious, but the start of a journey towards integrating the arts into our lives as Orthodox women, because there's nothing inherently wrong with music, dance, theater. These are languages of expression, and so I became a social activist for that cause. And this dancing Aleph is sort of this symbol of the integration of the soul, the neshama, us as Evdei Hashem, as Jews, but expressing ourselves with our gifts, with our creativity. And maybe if I point it out, you'll see it. Also, if you see that there's a curve, that's also a face with a mouth singing opera. And then if you look here, this is the nose, and there's one eye with a smile, so that sort of represents drama. And then if you look at this as the head, facing these as the hands clapping, then it's like the audience clapping. So it's sort of this one image of all different mediums, not only dance, but that the Aleph itself represents Hashem's creativity, and the fire. It's moving its arms and legs, and so it's just sort of symbolizes that idea that we can express ourselves creatively, and that's what I've done for the last 15 years. We had conferences and for women, bringing together women from different cities who were active in different artistic domains. And we had workshops during the Sunday, let's say different tracks and dance, theater and music. And then the evenings were performances. And it really just, the idea was to create community, and for the purpose of encouragement, and motivation, activation, and providing outlets for the time being, but just to really jumpstart Orthodox women to pursue their talent. So that's my background, and so I came into the Passionista project last year. And what I think is also helpful is that along the way, I, Baruch Hashem, got married and had children. And I find that it's impossible to be a creative person, and a parent at the same time. They're just like, either you're a parent or you're an intellectual thinking person. Helping your small toddlers, maybe it's just not creative in the same way that being really using your mind in terms of creating something. They're just two different functionalities. So it's really hard to find space, to find time, and to find brain space to do creative work. And I found that the Passionista project, it's like that external, it's the alarm clock. When you're in a deep sleep, you just can't wake up without an alarm clock, without something external. You need someone giving you that that waking you up, and you want to wake up. And so just plugging into the Passionista project is like that alarm clock that just reminds you that you need to wake up, and just it's there externally to help the creative person to do their work. And so my current projects, also with Atara, so right now, post-COVID, having a conference is really nice, but it's not, we've done that, and maybe we'll do that again in the future. But right now, we're working on two projects. One is basically an artist Beit Midrash model, where the concept is that because it's Hakel year, imagine if all of Klal Yisrael could be learning the same text, but it's not only an artist Beit Midrash is where there's a text that's learned, and then we create art as a result of the inspiration that we got from the learning. And the Hakel is this year after Shemitah, which is the 7th year, and traditionally in the Torah, every 7th year, you allow the land to have a rest, and then the year following that, it's like an ingathering of communities, and just appreciating the wholeness of Klal Yisrael from its multiple parts. And the concept of the artist Beit Midrash is really to activate every person, right? There's the artists, where our prism, our ability, our gift is to take something off the page and communicate it in a way that is resonant through music, through movement, with joy, through theater that dramatizes a concept or a character, and so that the learning happens and the joy that is appreciated, that is based directly on whatever the content is, so can influence, can impact audiences more than just a one-on-one relationship, so that the artists actually have power. So when we learn Torah, we can process that and communicate that to audiences, and the Torah can be beautified and expanded, and have greater impact. And even non-artists, even anyone, can have that prompt, that ask upon them to engage with the text, and then really process it through, can I rewrite this knowledge as a poem? Can I what is my, do I want to learn an instrument? Do I want to paint? Where do I want to do anything that does this inspire in me a visual image, a character that I want to understand more? Where does this take me? And so that there's a personal relationship with the learning, and it's just processing it through, and then having an ask is to actually reproduce something. And so that's a project that we are going to be working on this year, because it's Hakel, and it will be done in stages, and it will be done in small groups, so that people can really be able to have the space to learn together and share with each other the comfort. So if you want to be involved in that, then you can contact us. And either you'll be assigned a group, or you can form your own group, or you can learn one-on-one with the Chavruta, but you can plug into, hopefully we'll be working with organizations to all be working on the same text, God willing. And the other project is what I hope can be a reset button for paying artists. I think it's just a problem, and so how to address it. Maybe a lot of people would like to have a solution. So it's just a proposal that I feel like I'm putting out into the world to suggest that artists, are not artists bring a lot to an event, to a program, a gathering of people, right? So they want everyone, a shul, a school, a private group, everybody wants something that's going to bring people together, and that's going to be a meaningful, joyous experience. And artists are like the textbook definition of how to create a meaningful experience, right? Whether it's a singer-songwriter, or something theatrical or comedy or or a paint night, anything that that an artist can bring to the table. But in many cases, the artist is the last to be paid, right? So the hall, we're paying the walls, right? We're paying for the electricity, we're paying for the advertising, and we're paying for the catering. But the artist is expected to donate their wealth, their gifts, their professional capability. Or an artist says, I need $2,000, I need $10,000. And then a shill says, well, we just can't have an artist, right? We just can't have a singer-songwriter because they just cost too much. And so to find that middle ground where we can try to strike a balance, where we can find an affordable price that artists can accept, an affordable, a lower price than higher than nothing, but lower than a few $1,000s, that is affordable for nonprofits. Everyone's a nonprofit, right? It has to be affordable for nonprofits. That's the goal. So that it's just, there's just this middle market. So we'd like to try to, we're going to be working on creating that. So if you're an artist, if you're a professional artist, or if you're an aspiring artist with something to offer, we're going to be running a boot camp to take raw talent. Many artists have raw talent, and we appreciate that your talent is amazing, but to take raw talent and turn it into a 60-minute show, or a 20-minute show, or a 40-minute show, or an 90-minute show, whatever it is, turning it into a product that is marketable is a different question. So anyone who is currently available and marketable, and you want to just get out there and start performing, give us a call right away. And if you have a lot of raw talent, it doesn't have to be singing, it could be visual art, you could be teaching art, you could be whatever it is, but you want to be that program that is hired by your local organization, then, but you need the scaffolding, you need the support, then again, like, give us a call, because we're going to be running a boot camp to help artists take their raw material and turn that into a product. So that's what my passion projects are right now, and really grateful to be part of. Oh, and also Atara does do a newsletter. We've been doing it for the past 15 years, just in between conferences, to keep artists connected. Because if someone is doing something in California and someone in Baltimore can be inspired by what's happening, and can do their own work, or whatever it is, or someone can say, oh, I need mentoring, I want to reach out to someone else who's doing something similar to me, even if we don't live together. So it's not all, the newsletter is sort of what's happening globally, even if it's not happening in your local community, but there's a sense of connection for amongst religious artists when we have this newsletter. So I encourage anyone to sign up to be kept abreast of what's happening, new releases, upcoming events that are happening globally, mainly for women in the arts. And my closing words, what I would like the world to know is that, in my opinion, from my belief system, I believe that religious artists are, I'm going to get emotional, able to uniquely bring the geula, because of the power of the arts, because the arts have more power to impact. And if the geula is like the final redemption, and because if you go to Broadway and they're singing about Sweeney Todd and don't feed the plants because they're going to kill you, and assassins and whatever, don't even need to go into more provocative titles here, but that's the music. Everyone's singing and dancing about a barber who kills people, right? We're singing, we're dancing, it brings us joy. But how much more so to be singing and dancing the value system of spirituality, of Torah, of justice, and so that we're taking morality and then we're communicating that through the arts, which will have, again, the power to influence, the power to heal, the power to educate, change, etc. This force and this magic. And if we can use this magic to communicate Torah, then I think that the world will change. And so I believe that religious artists will be the pioneer, like at the forefront of bringing the Geula, if we are enabled and empowered to do our work in the world. And so the more religious artists, the faster the world will change and the better the world will be. And that's how I feel. That's my message. So if you have a gift, then you got that. Hashem created you with that gift, and it's your power, it's your tool to change the world. And to the breach on my friends. So thank you so much to Ray and to the program for setting the alarm clock and waking me up and waking up all of the women whose lives have been touched.